Appreciate it, bro. Hey, everyone, I'm Jeremy. I wanted to have a brief conversation with you, so I don't have slides because we're in a small and intimate room. So my background is as a tech recruiter before becoming an entrepreneur. I worked at a number of great tech companies like Facebook, Google, and a number of other organizations. And one thing that I learned is that getting recruited should be a magical experience. People are being given opportunity, but so many times recruiters drop the ball. And part of that reason is because there's no standard in what it means to become a recruiter. You can go to school to become a software engineer, which is a position that's really in demand in the market, but you can't go to school to become a recruiter until now with Full Cycle. So we're building the modern tech recruiting educational curriculum in a boot camp style. So we're helping individuals break into tech through tech recruiting in 8 weeks, charging them $0 and charging companies $7,500 per placement in recruiting. Now, you might think to yourself, like, cool, like, that's great, you're gonna help people, recruiting's nice, but how big is the opportunity? Well, if you dig into the data on LinkedIn, there were more than 20,000 more open recruiting roles midway through 2021 than there were software engineering roles. And that number's only continued to increase. And if you look at the market of upskilling, it's a $370 billion market, with talent acquisition being a $3 billion piece of that pie. Now, you might look at that number and say, okay, it's not that large. I mean, $3 billion is a lot, but relative to $370 billion, it's not. But here's the thing, that market 3x'd during the last 2 years of the Great Resignation. So it's growing really fast. And we don't just see ourselves as a recruiting boot camp, we see ourselves as becoming a 21st century tech reskilling trade school. So we're starting with tech recruiting and all the different roles within it, design recruiting, software engineering recruiting, recruiting coordinating, so on and so forth. But there's opportunity to reskill 99% of the workforce, because 1% of them are software engineers, into becoming technical workers that are in non-programming roles. Support engineers, QA engineers, customer success, all of these roles that make tech companies roll, we're helping to put them to work. So we're launching our beta. We have 8 beta users that are beginning the full cycle process, the 8-week process, on Monday, March 21st, with our second cohort of 24 beginning to take enrollments for June 20th, the first the Monday of June 20th. And we're taking a growth approach of triple, 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 double, double, right? So we're going for 100 recruiters by the end of this year, 300 by the end of next year, and then just under 1,900 by the end of 2025. We're operating in 3 cities, in Detroit, which is where I'm at now, Grand Rapids, which is where I grew up, and then the Bay Area. We're just kind of taking that region as a city, which is where I worked for the last 7 years. And then we're looking to expand that into 9 cities by the end of next year, and then 27 by the end of 2025. Right now, it's myself full-time. I have a part-time curriculum developer who has a bachelor's and a master's in curriculum development from Stanford, who's helped to build this. We're going to be in the process of patenting that curriculum and then scaling that and having program managers in each of those cities as part of our go-to-market strategy. And the way that we're getting customers right now is organic, right? There are a lot of founders who fit our ICP, our ideal customer profile, who are in the Series A stage, and they're about to raise their Series B because they got product market fit, but they don't know how to hire, which is the main goal of why you're going to raise that money. So we're stepping in and we're hopefully changing the way that recruiting happens before folks get to the starting line, right? So that they're not pulling up that tech recruiting debt. So we're Full Cycle. We believe that getting recruited should be magical, and we're excited to be doing something about that. So thanks so much.
I really enjoy that. I know you already, and I really like what you're working on, because like recruiting as its own critical business function is so important to recognize in this industry.
Yeah.
But what are you asking for?
Yeah, it's a great question. So we're not actively looking to raise a round right now. We're really excited about non-dilutive capital, right? So we, I'm just being real. Thank you. 50K allows me to give an offer to a program manager who is ready to start on Monday. So if you have 15K, if you want to be an angel investor and you want a convertible note, I will give you the same favorable terms that Spartan Innovations and Red Cedar Ventures got. So I will take dilutive capital eventually in that sense. But we're looking for a small amount of money. We want to validate what we're doing, and then next year look to grow build out a seed round of $1 to $2 million and then sort of scale from there. So we really see the opportunity. We want to build a strong foundation. We're not in this to just run up some cash. So yeah, that. And then the other thing is action item. If you have your phones, connect with me on LinkedIn. My name is Jeremy Evans-Smith. So Jeremy Evans Smith. Connect with me. And then if you know someone who wants to break into tech, if they're a part of this great resignation thing, if they're unhappy in their work, they want to do something meaningful, which is what a lot of people want to do, have them check out our site, fullcycleschool.com. So fullcycleschool.com, we would love to talk with them, tell them a little bit more about our process, and help them find some meaningful work. Thanks. Awesome. Appreciate it.